All right, I hit it. Hold on.
The stream is live. It's alive.
Yep, we're live.
Ha.
All right, so it's September 4th, 2025,
10:41 p.m.
and I'm on my iPhone using my Apple EarPods. That's my audio source right now. Sean's using his what, desktop or laptop?
Yeah, I'm on my Samsung Chromebook with
Okay.
my Blue Yeti, the Snowball
Okay.
microphone, and then my Sony headphones.
Okay.
So check the mic, break the walls down.
Uh,
For some reason, whenever I'm doing a test, like even when I'm playing like PUBG, and like we're like in the plane loading up, and we're like, mic check. Anyone got a mic? Right? I never say yep. I always say break the walls down. I don't know why.
Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea why I always say that.
Do I look sad to you?
What?
Do I look sad and depressed to you? I'm joking.
Just a smidge.
Yeah, I didn't really comb my hair. So anyway, all right. So how do you want to do this?
So yesterday, right? So I'm gonna for anyone that hears this at any point, or maybe it comes up, who knows about this? Just a little piece of advice for a parent hack. We keep it in the house for the kids because they like it for snacks. Chris, you might know from Maria with Evan being an uncle and stuff, so being around younger kids, that whenever you have a stomach ache, it's good to have applesauce in the house. I'm on Ozempic, and sometimes like it just messes up my stomach, and like Christina gets so mad at me because like I'll just like nibble on crackers, it does nothing. I'll try to have ginger ale, it does nothing. And like after like 3 hours, I remember, oh my God, we have applesauce. So I'll go in the fridge, I'll open it up like this, right? I'll do like 2 or 3 little spoonfuls of applesauce, and I'll leave it in the fridge. And she'll come back to me like 4 hours later, or like the next day. Why is there applesauce open in the fridge? And I'm like, my stomach was bothering me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, here's the kicker, right? Applesauce binds you up to make you feel better. Apple juice makes you poop.
That is true.
Apple juice does the complete opposite.
It's true.
So the one day like 2 weeks ago, I wasn't thinking of that, and I was like, oh man, and I chugged a bunch of apple juice, and I was like, oh, why isn't this helping me? And then like she said something like a day later, and I didn't say anything that I messed up, but yeah, I'm messed up.
Funny you say that, because after eating that kebab paradise, I have a stomach ache right now, and I don't have applesauce on me, which I wish I did. So it's very, very timely topic.
Oh, see, that's perfect. What did you get? Obviously, it's Mediterranean food. I know they do like hummus and kebab.
Yeah. It's
The one go
chicken kebab combo with the rice with the raisins and carrots on it and the white sauce.
The one time we tried to order there, I got the most basic white dude think you can imagine, and I'm sure you know what I got if you looked at the menu.
Okay.
I got a cheeseburger.
You got it from Kebab Paradise.
Yeah. And because again, Christina wanted it, I didn't. So I said, all right, it was her turn to pick, and I was like, whatever. So I was like, yeah, I'm not down with any of this food. So I got the cheeseburger. No, I didn't like the cheeseburger.
Mm-mm. They didn't make it like Carl's Diner.
Oh God, no, dude, no. And that's the other thing too. It's funny you say that. Holy damn, bro! I was thinking this the other night. I don't even know what made me think about it. If we think about what, like with food, right? what are some crazy food combinations that you have
Hmm.
that don't belong together? Like there's two, like two for me.
I have one. Okay.
Obviously, you know one. I created it in your presence many years
Yes.
ago.
The
The cheeseburger deluxe with orange juice.
Yep. Yep.
It's
Um,
for you that are cringing, it's fantastic. I swear that like you what you got to do is you take the burger, you chew it, you swallow it, and then you follow it with a swig of orange juice.
mhm.
The flavor in there, there's some like good stuff going on. You got to do it. The other thing I think we've all experienced in if you're our age, is dipping the French fries in a Frosty
Yeah. It's
or
always
French
good.
fries in a Wendy's shake or a McDonald's shake because you're not going to drink the McDonald's shake because you're going to pass out from just trying to get a taste.
Yeah. I don't think that's weird. I think that's pretty tasty, actually.
What do you got in that department?
Mine would be you make toast and you put jelly on it, and then you add cheese on the jelly. And it sounds very weird. No, it tastes really good. It tastes really good. It's a diner hack. That my
What
grand-
kind of what kind of cheese?
You could do American, but like, or you could do like cheddar. You know, like a sharp cheddar.
What? I've never. How have I known you and I've never heard this?
So my grandfather actually created it in the diner because, when you're working in the kitchen, you don't have enough time to sit down and have a proper meal because you're cooking for customers' orders. So like, you just toast bread really quickly, throw jelly on it, cheese, and like you can eat it in like 2 seconds. It's very quick to make and very quick to eat.
Okay, so let me ask you. So
Yeah,
is there a specific all right, so you toast it
toast it.
and is there like a specific like is it like light toasted, medium toasted, or it doesn't matter, just toasted is fine? Like what's the optimal recipe for this?
I always did like a medium toast, and then
All right, so we're gonna toast it at like a level like 3. Okay.
yeah,
So
brown
do we put the cheese on and then the jelly or the jelly first?
jelly first, then cheese on top. Yeah.
So do we put like a decent amount of jelly? All right, and then the cheese on top, and then do we like put it in the microwave to melt the cheese?
Cold cheese, open face. You don't close the sandwich either.
Cheese, open face.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, try it at home. Try it at home one day. I'm serious.
Like I know when I was a kid, like, and even like my dad, he used to do it, and I always thought it was kind of weird, and it didn't taste. It kind of tasted weird, but it wasn't too bad. He used to do cream cheese and jelly sandwiches on toast.
I've done that before. Yeah, I've done that before. Yep.
But I've never heard of jelly and cheese.
Try when you're home this week.
I think I might try it tomorrow.
It's really not that bad. It sounds bad, but it's not. It tastes good. Try what kind of cheese do you have? American?
Oh god, it sounds horrible. Yeah, we have fresh deli sliced American. Yeah,
I would say only cheddar or American. That's the only two I would try at first. What do you have? Strawberry or grape jelly?
Grape.
Yeah. So do grape jelly with American cheese, and let me know. Come back to me with that, all right?
Okay.
It's like a sweet and cheese is like, how would you describe like it's not like sour. It's like
no, it's like kind of like I don't know if slightly bitter. I don't know if that's kind of right.
But the combination goes well together, you know. Now another thing that I tried someone else's suggestion before, and this one is bizarre to me, more bizarre than what I just told you. So someone said, try a peanut butter and pickle sandwich.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
So I did. I tried it. The first bite was weird, right? I'm like, what am I eating here, right? But then I ate a little more, and I'm like, okay, it's tolerable. I wouldn't say I loved it, but like, yeah. I wouldn't.
You know what I'm thinking about as you're saying it?
What?
Think about your words. Play it back the way you started it. At
So
first, it was weird.
at first it was weird. I took the first bite. It was a little weird, but then as I ate a little more, it became tolerable. Yeah,
And then I started to like it.
and then I started to like it. Yep,
It
yep.
sounds like it sounds
Like
like you
head.
could also taking it in the butt.
Oh, by the way, do you like my new apartment? I moved.
I didn't know if this is wait
So,
is this
it's not
is
my
this
plate.
okay? All right, I
So
wasn't sure if this was like your apartment or if this is like just a generated background.
no, I wish it was my apartment. Do you see the 3 stars logo on your screen?
3 stars. Where would that be?
So I'm on the mobile app, so I don't know where it'd be on the desktop, but like there was an option for me to select my virtual background. You can like blur your background. Like, look, this is blur, right?
So, all right, I have a little square on the corner.
Now I'm a
Okay.
brick house with a brick wall.
Let's see. I have settings, visual effects.
Maybe.
Nope. It's showing that I have nothing there. I'm not gonna mess with it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. The brick is kind of boring. I don't like it. The blur is eh. I think I'm gonna go with the fancy house. And there's also things here that says I have a green screen. So if I click I have a green screen, I guess that's how we would change that option, you know.
Okay.
One thing we have to keep in mind is we're gonna have to work on the timing of like when I'm speaking and you're speaking, like we don't cut like we have to like figure that out, you know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So like I think I'm gonna wait like a second, pause just to see if you like follow up with something, you know what I mean? Or, like I'll count in my head like 1, 2, you know? And if I don't hear anything, then I'll, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just one strategy. That's all.
Again, it's one of those things with like chemistry. Like
Yeah.
the more we do it, we'll figure it out. We'll feel each other out, and we'll just go from there.
Yeah, we'll just feel each other out.
The one thing I notice you keep doing is you keep looking off to the side that way.
Because I'm looking at you on my screen instead of the camera. I noticed that too. Yeah, I have to like basically not look at you. I have to look at the dot on my phone, which is hard.
So how do I look for you? Because on my screen I'm actually looking at you, but you're like my camera's here, but like you're down there.
Yeah. So your eyes are veering down a little bit. So
okay.
So we basically can't look at each other, which is weird. Unless you have the camera right in the center of your monitor, we're gonna have to play around with the camera placement.
Yeah.
So that you can look at me and the camera at the same time. But that's easy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Like I figured today's more like a conversational thing, you know?
Yeah.
So so yeah, peanut butter and pickles. Yeah.
Well, if anything, that's going to be an Olivia thing because she's the only person in the house that touches pickles. Like none of us. No, we're good.
Yeah. So that's your hack, right? Your parent hack, applesauce.
Yeah.
I wanted to know what your feelings are for this season of NFL, and who do you think the major players are going to be, and who do you think the underperformers might be? Like, what are you thinking about the season?
You know what? Like honestly, I don't even think about really the season anymore. I refuse to view you as a Jets fan. So as you secretly try to pretend to be one, but I know you're not. But no, like I'm just like my thing is just like I enjoy football. The Jets are my team. I know not to really expect too much there, and I just focus. I put my all in on fantasy, and I just like enjoy watching the games. I like seeing the different games. Like being down here now in Florida, like before when we started talking, I went through the guide all the way to Sunday to see what games am I getting. And on CBS, we're getting the Dolphins Colts. On Fox 5 and at 1:00. On Fox 5, we're getting the Bucks and I think the Falcons, I think they're playing. I forget who they're playing. And then the 4:00 game we're getting is the Packers and the Lions.
So you're getting the Miami, you're getting the Tampa area. So 2 Florida areas.
Yeah.
And then you're getting the nighttime game is
No, the 4:00.
4:00.
That's not the nighttime. Yeah, it's the 4:00
Okay.
game. So yeah, and then I don't know if both Miami and Tampa, I don't know if they're both on the road. I didn't look at that. But by what my cousin has told me, that every Sunday, supposedly, you get all 3 teams. You get
Right.
Jacksonville, you get Miami, and you get Tampa. Like the entire state of Florida, that's what they do.
That's pretty cool actually. You get
But-
the whole state represented.
Yeah, but it looks like Jacksonville, they're going to be. Oh, that's my fault. Jacksonville is going to be on. They're going to be on the not the NFL Network, the NFL Pass,
Oh, NFL Pass, okay.
playing Carolina. So I can go without that. Like if it was on, I would check it just because. Again, I've got Travis Hunter on my team, but
That's
Jackson.
Mhm.
No, keep going.
It's interesting you say that because I would consider like Jacksonville like a local game, and usually you get your local market. Games.
Yeah, but you got to understand. Like I'm right in the middle, so
Right.
like I'm like 2.5 hours from Tampa.
Mhm.
I am like 3.5 hours from Miami, and I'm like 2.5 hours from Jacksonville.
So what's the local market for you? Then?
That's what I'm saying. There is none.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and if you think about like in terms of even professional sports in general, right? If you go baseball, all right, the Tampa Bay Rays, again, they play in St. Pete, but again, that's Tampa. You have the Miami, you have the Florida Marlins, they play in Miami. The Panthers, they play in Miami for hockey. Tampa Bay Lightning, they're in Tampa. So the only team we have is the Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's about an hour and 15 minutes away.
It's only basketball.
Yeah, and then the only other thing, which is a bit of a stretch, if you want some level of excitement, is UCF, which is Central Florida for their college football.
So that's your college football local.
And again,
team.
that's Orlando, and they play. That's located in Orlando.
Okay.
So yeah, like there's nothing.
You know, as a Jets fan, you're definitely not a bandwagon. Like,
Why would somebody do that?
why would someone do that to themselves, right? So, like, if you're a Jets fan, like, you're a real fan. You know what I mean? Like, there's no bandwagon in that. So, here's a question for you.
Oh, you only like them because they signed Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Here's a question for you. What's going to happen first? Are we going to end up back on the moon? Or are the Jets going to win a Super Bowl? What's going to happen first?
The Jets will win a Super Bowl.
Interesting. Okay.
There's only one way.
Because they both happened in the same year, 1969. So, you know.
There's only one way that I will say the moon happens first. And again, that whole moon thing is up for debate. I don't know. Whatever. We can get into conspiracy some other time. Right? But like supposedly they say, okay, we went there because we wanted to beat the Russians, prove a point. We're done. Okay. And then I think, was it Buzz or Neil that they even kind of, there are clips out there where they've said themselves that, yeah, we didn't go. Who knows?
Might have been Buzz.
Yeah. So there's those clips out there that you can look up and say, yeah, they've even said that, like, we didn't go. Okay, fine, whatever. So let's just say get rid of conspiracy theory. Let's just say we really did it. Okay. Well, we have to say, well, what would be the point of even going back?
There is no point.
Exactly.
We've seen it.
There's only one or two things really that I can think of. One is we want to try testing some technology. So that's kind of like the benchmark. You know what I mean? Because they always talk about Mars, but the moon is closer. But at the same point, they say, well, we can't even get to the moon because we don't have that technology anymore. Well, if we can't get to the moon, then how the hell are we going to get to Mars? So you gotta crawl before you can walk. But with everything that's going on, who's the one that would do it? I think it would be SpaceX, not NASA. So for them to say we don't have the technology and then say, okay, well, we'll create the technology, I think it would be SpaceX and Elon to try to create the technology and take that step.
Do you know why they say we don't have the technology anymore?
And by the way, talk about a hell of a rabbit hole we're going down here.
Yes. That's a segment. That's a segment right there. You know why they say, some people say, oh, how come we had the technology in 69, but we can't do it now? It's because the materials are different now, like that we use, or like NASA uses, right? So the blueprints that we had in 69, like we don't use that anymore. So we'd have to use the latest tech from today, which would cost a lot more money. It would cost like millions and millions of dollars. You know what I mean? So like we don't use that old tech anymore. And that's why we'd have to start from scratch again. So just wanted to throw that out there. Because I know some conspiracy theorists say, oh, well, like, how come we can't do it? But it's because we're using different materials today and different technology and everything. So anyway.
Yeah, but listen, yeah. I don't know. I don't necessarily buy that because hold on, go back for a second.
So you might
so they're saying that we don't have the plans anymore?
Well, we use different metal today, right? We use different we use different material.
I understand that. But but just like the plans and the blueprints in general, are you saying that supposedly we still have that or we don't have that anymore?
I would guess that it's stored somewhere.
I would think so too, because let's be honest, right? Like, think about Coca-Cola, right? Only what, 2 or 3 people know the whole thing for Coca-Cola. Like that's in a vault, that's in a safe. Nobody knows that.
That's what they say. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even so, like, okay, it originally, right? Think about it. It originated from cocaine, and they said, "Oh, well, we got to get rid of the cocaine. We got to take out the Coke, add some sugar, and it tastes the same and still fantastic." So, like, to say that because prices are different, like, I don't know if I necessarily buy that.
So
plus, you have newer materials now that are lighter and stronger. So
you would have to create new blueprints then, because the mathematics would be different, right? Based on the new materials and everything, like the numbers, the calculations would be different then.
Listen. Listen. I'm not fucking Howard Wolowitz, but all I'm gonna say is if Rockstar is gonna spend $10 billion on GTA 6, I'm sure NASA can figure it out.
No, they could. There's no purpose to do it. That's the thing. Like, why are we gonna go back for?
And the other side I wanted to say too, when we were talking about that initially, is one thing about the moon, right? Yeah. Which has always been a giant mystery that, like, I know they talk about, like, aliens. If you get into ancient aliens, that's some fun stuff too.
Okay.
The dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
That's like a giant mystery. It's never seen back there because the moon's like always turning and we never see back there. Like, I think that would be like another reason to say, yo, let's go check it out. But again, there's all the other stuff. Like, Did
So
it
it's,
happen in the first place? We can't get there. You're saying
so you're saying the moon's rotating, but we just never see the other side because we're rotating at the same
that's
time.
that's my understanding. So like
Okay.
when we're here, right?
Yeah.
Like, or I guess still like we're here, and then like this is like the face of the moon that we're seeing,
Hmm.
and like obviously we're like going together.
Yeah, we're both rotating.
So we're always looking at the same side of the moon. So like that's why if you go back and like I'm gonna take an exit right here.
Mhm.
We're gonna talk about Transformers for a minute. If you go back, that's why like the Transformers movies are kind of cool. If you go back into each and every one of those movies, they always take a piece of history of something and make it a part of their movie about their origins, which is awesome. And in the second movie, The Dark Side of the Moon, that's why we supposedly went up there. Because on the dark side of the moon, we had to explore for something. And that's what they said when there was that transmission when they landed up there and it cut out for like 10 or 15 minutes. When they were doing that spacewalk, that was because they veered off to the dark side of the moon to do some transformer recovery, if you remember that.
I do remember that. Yeah.
And then like the first one was when they did the Beagle, the recorded footage on Mars when it caught a Decepticon.
Hmm.
The third one, what was the third one? Was that Age of? No, that wasn't Age of. What was that called? But like they've always had like a solid piece of history incorporated in. The Medieval Times was another one. The Dinosaurs was another one.
Hmm.
Age of Extinction, that's what it was. Age of Extinction.
Yeah. It's interesting though. Like you think
They're bringing Michael Bay back, you know,
I did hear that. Yeah.
and Shia LaBeouf with Megan Fox.
Or Megan Fox as well.
Dude, she's
Okay.
so fucking hot.
Yes.
She was a trashy April O'Neil, but like
You didn't like her as April O'Neil?
no,
Hmm.
no, come
How
on,
about-
like did you honestly believe that?
How about Jennifer's Body?
And then I never saw it.
Oh, you gotta see Jennifer's Body. It's like kind of like comedy, but like, yeah, it's like comedy, but like teen, like supernatural mixed together.
What's that one about? I don't think that's the one I'm thinking. What's that one about?
So they're in high school. It's her and Amanda.
Yeah, that's
Amanda
that's
Siegfried. Amanda
okay.
Siegfried.
That's
Yeah.
not the one I'm thinking about.
And she becomes like she gets possessed and becomes like a demon.
Okay,
And she
I-
like kills like the boys in the school, something like that. Yeah.
I remember when that was in theaters. I definitely
Mhm.
didn't see that one. It's again, we're talking about this before on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on there.
Mhm.
I saw it maybe somewhere between maybe like 4 or 6 weeks ago, and I just didn't want to see that type of movie. There is I think there's like a guy where he works at like an AI company or something, and like they make robots or something like that. And then I forget the exact synopsis of it, but where basically she is a like kind of like an android humanoid robot,
Okay.
and I don't know if the concept of the robot is to basically start at like a baseline, and then as they're around their owner, like they evolve and learn, and or like if she that's what she plays, like this like awkwardly hot sexy robot, but like the wife like gets like freaked out because like it seems like she's just like not only learning and like wait what, but she's like crossing the line.
Hmm.
And she's kind of like saying things suggestively that are like threatening the wife, but like coming on to like her master, who's the husband. Like it's weird. It's considered.
Do you know the name?
Let me look it up. It's considered like a horror type movie. Like I said, it looked like really, really good. I just didn't want to watch that type of movie. Megan Fox horror movie. I am such a horrible Googler. It says Jennifer's Body.
No, that's not.
No,
Jennifer's
that's
Body.
not it. That's not it. Let's see.
Wasn't she married to like Brian Austin Green at one time?
Yeah, they were married, and then didn't she marry Machine Gun Kelly also?
Yeah. She like got like um not like not like taken away from Hollywood, but like something happened where like some weird stuff happened, you know? So I saw a headline speaking of Ninja Turtles and April O'Neil and all that. I saw like was it the original Michelangelo from the first movie? Like, did he pass away or something? Did you hear about this?
No, I don't know.
Like one of the actors under the mask.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I saw it very quickly last week. I don't really know what it pertained to, but anyway.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not that. Crimes of Fashion. She did a movie with Kaylee Cuoco.
Really? From Big Bang?
Yeah.
Hmm. There's another woman.
Oh my god, she's fantastic. Is this it? So Subservience? Yeah, this is it here. Subservience.
What year was that?
Um
I'll have to look it up later, but I wonder what it's. I wonder where I wonder where I can find it.
Subservience. 2024. So it came out
Okay.
last year. It's a thriller.
Mm-hmm.
It's an hour and 45 minutes. Let's see who's the cast.
Does it say
So
where it's?
again, some of these you'll probably know better than me because I know you're a much better movie dude than I am. So she's obviously the main one. Michelle Marone. So it's a dude. I guess he's French.
Okay.
Madeline Zima. I'm going to assume she plays the wife. Yeah, dude. I don't know any of these names
Yeah,
on here.
I don't recognize them. Does it say where it's available to watch? I don't know.
Like I said, it was on. Um, it was on Netflix.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out. Subservience, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. It
Yeah.
said, and here's a question on here. It says, is it a good movie? Although it may not leave a lasting impression, it fulfills its purpose as an entertaining piece of escapism, providing enough tension and intrigue to maintain interest throughout its runtime. I would rate it a fair 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Okay, that's not bad.
So,
Not a bad score.
Subservience. And there was another movie that came out last year. I remember this one. I didn't see it. It was another AI based movie. It was called Afraid.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, that was where a guy he was working for a tech company and he brought home, it was kind of like on the concept of kind of like Alexa or Google or something like that. And the entire house was basically like a smart house. And yeah. And she would like lock that shit down.
Have you ever heard of that show on Netflix, Black Mirror?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite shows because we're talking about tech and all that right now. And it's almost like the Twilight Zone where it's like an anthology based show where every episode is a new story, new cast, new premise, right?
Okay.
But it's like it pays homage to Twilight Zone, but it's modern in that it's talking about the technology that we have today, but in the near future, what it could become and the dangers of it. So, like, for example, in the first season, there's a couple, they're married, and the technology in the near future is that you can put like a camera in your almost like contact lenses that you put in your eye, right?
Okay.
And you can record everything that your eyes are seeing. And you can like play it back like on your TV and you can rewind and fast forward and right. So basically you're recording your vision, right? Everything you're seeing throughout the day. And let's say you're hosting a party and you're like, oh, we went to like Disney World. We took the kids and went to Disney World. And you can actually like play that recording that your contacts
That sounds familiar. I want to think I recall seeing that. Like, not actually watching it, but like...
Yeah. So the danger was that the guy, the husband, was accusing... He had a suspicion that his wife was having an affair. And she's like, no, it's not true. That's not true. She kept denying it. So, like, he somehow, like, got her recording and, like, played it back and, like, found out that she was having an affair on him, right? And then, like, their whole marriage just, like, ruined. And, like, that's the whole point, is, like, is technology, you know, okay, technology has good purposes, but can it also, like, lead to bad things? You know what I mean? Like, and that's an example of, like, what can go wrong, you know? So, like, you know, we just have to weigh, like, the advancements of technology and whether we really need it in society, you know? That's just one episode, but yeah.
But you have that type of technology in the first place. Like, yo, be fucking smarter. Like, what are you doing?
But every episode is different. New cast, and like now it's so popular where you have like these famous celebrities and actors like doing the episodes, like guest starring. So
there's an episode, not an episode. There's a show. Christina, she liked it. I couldn't get into it. It's a medical show on HBO / HBO Max, whatever. It's called The Pit.
I don't know that one.
Okay. Again, the concept of the show is cool. I don't like those. Except for medical shows, except for House, I've never really been into those doctor shows.
Same here.
So the concept of it is the main guy. He's the head of the emergency room, and where he works at the hospital, it's kind of a shitty hospital. And so that's why the emergency room, they call it the Pit, because not only does he get the emergency room people, but like they got to deal with like other stuff, and it all gets forced to him. It's like it's tough. It's bad. Anyways, long story short. So what happens is the show, there's 8 episodes in a season, right? Here's the interesting little twist on it, though, right? You think, okay, there's 8 episodes. That seems about right for most shows that are streaming, right? Each episode is 1 hour of his shift. So the entire season is 1 day.
Almost like 24.
I never saw it, but I guess.
I think 24 was like each episode was 1 hour of the day. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, like the first episode is the first hour of a shift. The second episode, second hour of a shift. The 8th episode is the last hour of a shift, and like that's it.
That's a pretty entertaining day if you can have a whole season out of that, right?
Right? Like, oh my God. But like she wanted me to watch it, and I just like I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't get into it. I've never watched an episode of Grey's Anatomy. Yeah. I never watched
ER.
Like ER, no, with George Clooney, whatever, and McDreamy, no.
Didn't John Stamos go to ER after?
I don't know.
Something like that, right? He did it some hospital show, but yeah.
There was another Grey's no, not Grey's Anatomy. What was the comedy one with those 2 guys that do all the T-Mobile commercials?
Yeah. Can't think of the name.
Again, that was supposed to be a really good one. I never saw a single episode. There are so many episodes. There are so many shows that are supposed to be like insanely good that I've never seen.
It's not enough time in the day. It's too many shows and not enough hours in the day.
But not even if you say not enough time in the day. Like, dude, I can name shows going back like 15, 20 years ago that I've like lost. I've never seen an episode.
You don't need to see that show because, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but
you're not gonna. I don't think I'm going to see it by now. You're not going to spoil anything.
So basically, the writers came out and said, like, yeah, we just made shit up as we went. So, like, it wasn't like a planned. Like there was no like conclusion. It was like they just kept shit going just to have a show.
Yo, speaking of movies, did you? I'm sure you've seen Top Gun,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you've also seen this other amazing movie, Castaway with Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Did you know that there is an actor that's in both movies that plays the same part?
Same part?
Yep,
Okay. What's that?
Wilson.
Yeah, okay. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. That was good. You got me there. I was actually like,
Yeah,
I
I
was
had
actually thinking about it.
I had you reeled in. You were like, wait, what? Really? You're like, all right, because you figure what Top Gun was what? That was 86, and then Castaway, that was what, 94?
Oh, three, I think. Isn't it 2000s, early 2000s?
Was it? Let me see. I thought it was.
Like when the movie came out or when it takes place?
Yeah, well, either. I thought when it came out, it was.
I think it was early 2000s. No, because Forrest Gump came out in 93.
Well, yeah, that was 93. Oh, yeah, Castaway was 2000.
Yeah. 2000?
2000, December 7th, 2000, yeah.
Okay, okay. That's a great movie, man.
So you figure, oh, dude, that was before Christmas break. That was before our senior year, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Mm.
Dude, what else was popular?
2000? Y2K?
Dude, right? Dude, wait a minute. Wait. So wait, if that's December 7th.
That was senior year then.
Yeah. If that was December 7th, that would have been after Jericho and Y2K, right? Because that was 99.
Yeah. He came in summer 99, yeah.
Well, no, was it, I thought it was December. I thought it was like right before the new year. Because that's why they did that whole Y2K thing when he cut off The Rock in the middle of a promo.
Yeah, I might be off with my timing then. You know what's funny is like the clocks turned to 2001 and nothing happened. You know?
I know, dude.
So anticlimactic. So anticlimactic.
Have you ever wondered about the calendar and like the month system of like? All right, so we have 12 months, right?
I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, like have
Okay.
and again, I'm not trying to be a situation where it's like, oh yeah, like they're right, like we live in this world it's off, it doesn't make any sense.
Like
I'm just
we're supposed
trying
to have 13 months, right?
Yeah, because they say that there's 52 weeks. So on the basis of 52 weeks, that's enough for 13 months to have 28 days each.
Yeah.
And then even on the basis of that, there's only 12 constellations. There's not there or no, is there 13?
There's also 13 full moon cycles a year, isn't there?
Yeah, because
And a woman gets her period every 28 days, right?
All right. All right. See.
No, but it's part of the whole thing now. Like it's like the menstrual cycle like fits with the 13 calendar.
And then like the other thing is like where does like the year like actually like begin and where does it end?
Well, some cultures said April 1st is the actual new year.
Which is why WrestleMania makes sense. So
well, think about it. Life starts in spring, right?
Well, no, because what? Sept is 7, Oct is 8.
Yeah.
Nov is 9, and then December, Des is 10.
Yeah.
And then you figure, I guess, January, somehow that should be, well, I don't know how that would be 11, and then February would be 12, March 13.
Well, August came because of Emperor Augustus. So, like, the emperor just wanted to make his own month named after him, you know? And Julius Caesar, July, like, just because he was the emperor. Like, like they added those months in just for, like, ego. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like
So
if we're going based on the Peruvian calendar, then they don't fucking matter.
Peruvian.
Isn't that what the whole thing was based on with?
So there's a Gregorian calendar, and there's a Gregorian calendar and Julian calendar.
But isn't that what the whole thing was based on with Y2K? Wasn't it based on the Peruvian calendar?
Oh, okay. You're talking about the Incans and the Maya, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or no, that was 2012 actually. December 21st, 2012, the day the world ends. That was a separate thing.
I don't know.
But I will say this though. Spring plants grow, right? Blossom, right? Springtime, like it makes sense that the new year should begin in April, not January. If we're going by 13, everything just got changed and out of whack. So
Okay.
like I just think it makes more sense. And there are also some people who think that like Jesus was actually born in the springtime. There's like some theory about that too, or not.
Oh, don't get
Not-
me started on Easter. I don't even want to talk about Easter.
So, or maybe January or February, something like that. So
Like I don't understand how we can have a holiday where like one year it's like March 19th and then the next year it's like April 24th. Like I don't understand. That makes no sense to me.
mm.
You I'm sure you probably understand it better than I do.
No, it's kind of confusing actually. So
Yo, not for nothing. You want to know what I don't understand? I'm going to go off the deep end here, right? You know how they say like Europeans and Americans like they have separate like measurement systems, right? Like we have like I think
standard.
we have standard, and then Europe has like the metric system. So recently, I remember we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. Like the kids, they went for swim tryouts for school and everything, right? And we're standing there, we're watching them kind of, they have to swim in the pool. And I'm sure we've watched plenty of Olympics in our lifetimes. This is I don't understand. So when you're measuring for a pool, right? When you measure the length, so from one end to the other, they measure it based on meters.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can you tell me how long a meter is?
I don't know the exact measurement of a meter.
Good, perfect. Proves my point. Okay,
but we should globally.
So when swimming from here to there, we're talking about meters. Now, usually it's like what, maybe 100 or like a 400 meter relay, kind of something like that. We're talking about, right? But when we're talking about diving or depth of it, we're talking about the pool and feet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Why are we talking about the same object in two different measure? And it's not like it's, we're talking about this is feet and this is inches. We're talking about completely two different international systems of measurement.
Yeah, I agree. It's weird. I felt like we should always use the metric system globally in every country. I don't know why we had to create a different system of measurement.
Well, I think it goes back to when I think that I heard about this one time. I think it goes back to kind of like something when the I'll say outcasts, whatever the proper term for them is, from like the UK, when they left and came over here to the US, and they started to, this new
like
country, land. Yeah. They did everything like new from scratch. Basically, that was like part of them trying to develop their freedom.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I think there's something in there about that. I heard it once before or something. I don't know.
I also want to I also want to blame the British because all the countries that were once a part of the British Empire drive on the left side of the road, right? India, Cyprus, Australia, wherever. If you're a part of the British Empire, you drive on the left side of the road. The rest of the world, including America, drives on the right side of the road. Most of Europe drives on the right side of the road, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell, Britain? Like, why you gotta be difficult? You know, like now when you go to certain countries, you get screwed up and you can't drive because you're afraid you're gonna be in the wrong side of the road.
But here's the thing, right? This is something I've always wondered, right? Like, I know the UK is an island, right? Like a main,
Mm-hmm.
like Great Britain, right?
Yeah.
Or no, United Kingdom itself. They
Yeah.
have like all of those. Okay, so all of the United Kingdom, they are those countries
Mm-hmm.
that drive left side.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So I also know that I believe there's I think, is it a bridge or a tunnel that goes the Strait of Gibraltar that connects from the island to the mainland continent of Europe.
Okay.
Think of what that crossover's got to be like,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you're on the island, right? You're, whether it be the tunnel or the bridge, whatever you're doing, and then you get to the main continent, and now you have to cross over to the left side. Now you're like doing the crossover.
Mm. There should be like a traffic light right there where you can like stop and switch over. You know what I mean?
Dude, imagine like being in a car coming from like you've been driving for like 2 or 3 hours,
Yeah.
and then like you cross that passage, like again, whether it be the bridge or the tunnel, and then you
Yeah.
get to the main continent, and you're like, oh damn, I'm on the wrong side of the road.
How would that even happen? Because when you guys just like hit head on, like how do you switch?
That's like that. I'm sure there's got to be some like I don't even know. There's probably got to be like some like large like interchange
Like
to
a train.
basically be like, okay.
You ever seen like a rail cart and you pull the lever and the track changes to the other?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like one of those things, right?
dude, it's just like crazy stuff. It's, oh my god.
So we are at the 53-minute mark right now, believe it or not.
I know.
So it was a pretty smooth conversation, right? There weren't too many hiccups. We like maybe spoke over each other like once or twice. It wasn't that bad. So I think it was pretty good for a first run.
Yeah, you got to come to life a little bit.
I know. I'm like exhausted. I
You can sense it.
I need some of that Coca-Cola, but the original.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll have like a 5-hour energy during the podcast or a Red Bull.
Bring that energy.
No, I tried. I tried to be chipper.
I know.
I was focused more on like speaking clearly,
And like I said, that's why we just got to do these practices. It's going to be we're going to work out a lot of the little kinks.
Dude, I wish this was my house. Look at that shit. See that fireplace?
Fuck that fireplace.
Fuck that
Go
fireplace.
piss in it.
What's behind it? Oh, it's like the entertainment center. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah, I wonder who really lives in that house.
it's probably like a model house, like a catalog uses. I don't know.
But either way, that house has to exist somewhere.
I think it's P. Diddy's house. I don't know. Anyway.
Don't drop the soap.
Yep. You want to finish with a funny segment?
You got something?
Yeah. I got a joke for you. You want to hear a joke?
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear a joke.
Okay, so there was an couple, and they went to a doctor visit, mostly for the husband because he wasn't feeling too well. He goes in, says to the doctor, "I'm really stressed out. I have a lot of stress going on in my life." Doctor runs some tests, especially his heart. And he goes, "Oh, I see there's some issues with your heart." He's like, "You really got to take things easy. Don't get stressed out. You got to like quit working. You got to, just change your whole lifestyle. Retire early." He goes, "I'm going to talk to your wife for a second." He goes, "Would you mind waiting in the hallway?" He's like, "Okay." So the wife comes in. He goes, "Listen, your husband's got a serious heart condition. He's got to change his whole lifestyle. He can't have any stress because he might have a heart attack." He goes, "Now what I want you to do is, in the morning, I want you to cook him, a nice breakfast, some eggs, a cup of coffee. Let him rest in bed. Don't let him get up too early." He goes, "After you cook him breakfast, bring him his slippers, get him ready so he can like start walking around, start his day off." He goes, "And also I want you to have sex with him each day. Keep his spirits high and good." She's like, "Okay, doctor. Okay, thank you. I really appreciate this advice." He goes, "Yeah, no problem." He goes, "I'll see you guys next month again." She's like, "Okay." So the couple goes back in the car, and the husband goes, "So what did the doctor tell you?" She goes, "He told me you're gonna die."
Oh my god.
She's not gonna do any of that for him.
Oh, that's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
No question for you. Like
Yeah.
even though I'm like back here, just because I'm like laughing, like is my volume pretty good for you?
It's the same.
Okay. So whether
Yeah.
I'm back here or up here, it's good. Okay.
Actually, no, not so louder. But I heard you perfectly when you leaned back. Yeah.
So the volume here for you is good?
It's higher now. Go back a little bit and talk.
Right here I'm in the chair, but I'm all the way back.
Yeah, like I can hear you clearly, but your volume did decrease a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. So
I've been good volume the whole time?
yeah, no, you've been good.
All right.
Yeah, between having the head, I guess the headphones, that's the thing more so for you. But
Yeah.
since you've had that on though, I guess like again, not being on speaker, your sound is better, louder, and clearer.
Yeah, no background noise and all that. Yeah. Cool. You can tell with this filter, you see my shoulders, how it's like clipping?
Yeah.
It's annoying me. Well, that's why if we have the green screen, it'll, fix that. Cool.
So
That's our first official test run. So I'll send you the link on YouTube
okay.
if you want to, review it. All right.
Now, question for you. So, like,
Yeah.
I know that. So you have this link and everything, and I know we're doing video with it. Okay, fine, whatever. But is there a way to say, okay, you know what? Like, we like the audio. We don't want to do anything with the video yet. That we can just take the video and upload that to whatever our sources are. Or once audio is attached to it, we have to use the video too.
Oh, so you're saying can we like strip the audio?
Strip the video.
Take the video out. Okay. Yeah, I'll look into that. There is software that allows you to extract audio from YouTube videos, but there might be an easier way, Because I do that sometimes, like when I watch like live performances from like bands that I like. I want to have like the MP3 of the of the performance, not the video.
Yeah.
So I do have like a program that does that, but that probably is a more professional way to do it, So I'll look into that.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to. I don't know if I'll be able to tomorrow because I think I know she has an appointment in the morning, and I think we have something in the afternoon at the school. But I know, like with all the notes that I've just been typing in, There's got to be an easier way to properly organize thing by category.
Oh, instead of like one word file.
No, but what I'm saying is like I may have like one thought here and
Yeah.
then another similar thought for this like up here.
Yeah.
So to kind of like, like bring them like all together so they're properly categorized.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
this is like an hour. So did this feel long?
I don't think so.
Like we don't have our intro song or outro. This is just purely 1 hour now conversation. So
Yeah, like again, I think an hour feels good.
it went quick. It kind of went quick, right?
Yeah. Because like I said, if you think about like, then that's the other thing that we got to do too, is like I said, and we just kind of freestyled this. We just kind of BS and talked our way through.
We kind of had like 3 segments, maybe like different topics. I think 2 or 3, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, because
but it like blended in. Yeah. There wasn't like a hard cut.
Yeah, we had the one rabbit hole. So you asked me about the NFL, and then from there I went to fantasy football.
Somehow
and
got
then
to
from there,
Megan Fox.
I think it went to I think from there didn't it like go to
outer space, moon,
outer space, and then the dark side of the moon,
Transformers, Megan Fox, to Doctor TV shows somehow. Oh, because we're talking about Black Mirror.
Oh my god, dude! What a fucking segment that was! Holy shit!
Yeah.
Dude, the rabbit hole thing, dude, that's like absolutely crazy. Like, how did we get here? What were we talking about?
There might just be some episodes that are just like purely one rabbit hole. It's like whole hour. You know what I mean?
Oh my god!
Like it could work out that way, right? Where like one episode is just one continuous rabbit hole flowing conversation, right?
Yeah.
So.
But like what I was trying to say was like I think like we have to try to practice with our true format. So if we're going to do like, set topic, filler, set topic, filler, or like, like our intro, like our 3 to 5 set like that. That's what we have to try to see and say like, okay, we know how that feels. Can we do that in an hour? Or even if not say, can we do it in an hour without forcing it?
Yeah.
How long does that take? That's number one. And then the other thing is like, if we're doing that, let's just say if we're doing that like 3 or 4 times, 5 times, and it's taking between like an hour and 10 minutes, then like, yeah, doing a half-hour thing like might not even be possible.
Yeah.
Unless we're doing like those like Friday night like snippets where they're just being kind of like edited together just to throw something out there.
Yeah, no, I got you. And of course, when I have to be on, I'll be more lively. You know what I mean? Like when I know it's like real. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to see if our phone conversations can translate to a.
Oh yeah, man.
Like that's what I was trying to see tonight. Is if like it was a seamless transition. So, which it was. So that's good. Like I didn't feel more nervous being on video right now than on the phone with you before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's good. That's good.
And then like I think for both of us, like our level of like being like psyched for it is gonna amplify because like as we like okay, like we got our official logo done.
Yeah.
Like we, like you got your laptop, like you got your backdrop, I got my backdrop. You know what I mean? So like as we're like taking the like more real, authentic steps toward it, you know what I mean? It's gonna be like a big thing, and it's gonna be like, oh shit, like this is fucking real. Let's rock.
Hell yeah, and I'll be more lively.
Like right now, we're just kind of like like fucking around.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely. I have a persona that I want to try, so.
What persona you want to try?
No, it's going to be organic. It's just going to be like a little more. Well, don't they say like a good wrestling character is when you use like your real personality, but you amplify it a little bit, right? So like the most believable characters are like, an extension of yourself, but amped up a little more. Like, so I want to be organic of who I am, but a little more spice. You know what I mean? Like Emerald says, kick it up a notch.
So I think the best way to say is, if I'm understanding, you want to be yourself, but a little bit more animated.
Yeah, but
I would agree with that.
but still, Chris.
And I'm not saying that you need to change yourself to be animated. I think
Mhm.
that for you to, I think that's what you need to liven yourself up, is to animate
Yeah,
yourself. So,
yeah. I'm not gonna be like Howard Stern all of a sudden overnight.
oh God,
You know what I mean? So, like Joe Rogan, like he doesn't seem like he really changes. Like he seems like that's who he is. So anyway, I'm gonna end the
dude,
recording, and then we could talk more. I'm just gonna end the recording because um, the file size is gonna get bigger. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Hold on, let me hit. All right, so I'm gonna take us offline. All right.
okay.
Hold on, we're still online. I hit end stream. Why are you not ending? Oh, here we go. Okay. I can always get a computer.